The most addictive thing today is not even eating junk food. It's not taking substances. It's not smoking. It's not gambling, but instant gratification. Instant gratification is the umbrella that covers all the addictive habits that you can ever imagine. Instant gratification is more like enjoying right now in the expense of your future enjoyment, while delayed gratification is denying yourself of the instant enjoyment in order for you to enjoy and fulfill yourself later. But instant gratification is what we are talking about today. And I want to explain why instant gratification is actually addictive. Instant gratification is the easiest thing you can ever do at no expense, at no discomfort. You know, when you watch movie all day, that's instant gratification because you actually enjoy it at the expense of you going out there and doing something meaningful. And the trickiest thing about instant gratification is that it stimulates your brain to produce dopamine. You know, dopamine is what motivates you to do something, whether good or bad. But when you keep doing these quick, instant pleasurable activities, your brain becomes more aligned to being motivated to doing these easy, instant, enjoyable things. And when it's time for you to do difficult things, when it's time for you to do purposeful things, when it's time for you to do those things like your project, like things that will make you become more fulfilled in life, your brain doesn't produce dopamine for these things because your brain is aligned to producing more dopamine for you to chase instant enjoyable things like playing video games, watching movies all day, eating junk food, playing loud fast music, taking harmful substances, doing all sort of things that are really, really enjoyable but are not purposeful. But because you enjoy it now, the brain sees that, okay, this thing is enjoyable, then we need to try it again next time. And the next time you feel like doing it, your brain produces more dopamine. There's a spike of dopamine. So your brain now is motivated to do it more and more. And then the dopamine goes up way above your baseline. And when it's time to do something more difficult and purposeful, your brain produces very little dopamine. So you are not motivated to do these difficult things. You are not motivated to do your purposeful thing. You are not motivated to follow your craft, to follow your dreams, to do things that have purpose, to do things that are fulfilling. You're not motivated to do these things. When it's time, you don't have dopamine to do them. When it's time to play video games, your brain will produce more dopamine because you enjoyed it the last time. And that is why it's more addictive. And these addictive things that comes from instant gratification is more enjoyable to you. It's more aligned to making you more happy. Your dopamine is produced in higher amounts when you feel like playing video games. But when you feel like studying for your exams or working on your projects, you don't have enough dopamine to motivate you. So it means that your happiness is coming from instant gratification. And anything that makes you happy, your brain sees it as safe and okay for you. That is why you are addicted to instant gratification activities more and more and more. So what can you do to stay away from instant gratification activities so that you'll be able to do more purposeful things in life? It's not something you can do immediately. Sorry to disappoint you. It's not something you can reverse instantly. You can actually reverse that addictive feeling that you have towards instant gratification and the unmotivated feeling that you have towards delayed gratification things that will help you in future. So what can you now do? What you should do is when you feel the drive to do these instant gratification activities, just know that it is your brain producing more dopamine towards instant pleasure. So when it's time for you to do difficult, meaningful things, those boring things, like working on your project, reading, journaling, meditating, building something, cleaning your environment, doing purposeful things. When it's time to do these things and it feels difficult, just know that it's your brain that is producing less dopamine. That's why you are not motivated to do these things. So what should you do? Do more of difficult things. Read more, meditate more, journal more, take a walk more. Do things that are boring and difficult. Sit without instant gratification, sit without stimulation, so that your brain can now be calibrated towards doing difficult things. It's just like a seesaw, all right? When you do something that makes it pleasurable, for you, when you do something that makes life more enjoyable and instantly pleasurable, the seesaw is compressed down, and then your level of happiness goes down. Do more of these difficult things as your level of happiness go down. Start feeling more unhappy. Do more of difficult things. And while your level of happiness goes down, then according to regulation and homeostasis, when you are done doing these difficult activities, then you have more dopamine produced so that you can have a balance. And the more dopamine that is produced, then the more happy you feel towards doing these difficult activities. When you feel unhappy, when you feel bored, when you have this feeling of discomfort that you can't even do anything purposeful, do more difficult things. Read, journal, meditate, take a walk, spend time with loved ones, sit without stimulating yourself. Then you have more dopamine and more level of happiness. Therefore, you can now chase purposeful things. The mistake you should not make is that when you are feeling bored or you are feeling unmotivated, do not stimulate yourself, because it makes matters worse. Instead of stimulating yourself when you feel bored or you feel unhappy or uneasy, start doing difficult, boring tasks so that your brain becomes now calibrated to doing difficult things, and then you can become more happy by doing these boring things. And overall, your level of happiness, your baseline of happiness goes up more and more day by day. That's the trick. When you feel bored, when you feel unmotivated, start doing difficult things. Don't pick up your phone and start scrolling. Don't start doing instant gratification. Do more difficult things. Do more delayed difficult things. Do more delayed gratification activities that makes you unhappy for now. But then it improves your baseline of happiness, and then you become more happy and happy day by day. But if you stimulate yourself because you are bored, then your level of happiness goes down, and then you feel unhappy all day long. What is the secret? Start doing more difficult, boring things to become more happy day by day and to become more fulfilled in life. And then you will see that all these instant gratification activities are not even enjoyable in the first place. They're not even fulfilling in the first place. They won't even give you happiness in the long run. So why do it anyway? You see? So when you are feeling bored, when you are feeling uneasy, when you are feeling unhappy, when you are feeling unmotivated, start doing more difficult things. Don't do quick, pleasurable things. Do things like cleaning your environment, spending time with loved ones, going out for a walk, reading, journaling, meditating, listening to slow music, things that does not stimulate you. Start preparing a meal. Start doing things around the house that looks boring and difficult. This is how to recalibrate your brain to become more happy. This is how to make your brain love difficult things. This is how to make your brain love more fulfilling and purposeful things. And then you can increase your level of happiness day by day. And in the long run, you have a better mental health. Maybe you do not even need therapy. You do not even need consultancy to the psychologist. All you need is to do more difficult, boring things rather than stimulating yourself all day long. Try this and thank me later. If this message resonates with you and you love this kind of messages, then you are meant to be here. This is the message that we preach. We don't preach that you shouldn't use modern day devices or technology. We preach that use it with intention. If you love this message, then you need to be here. I'll see you in the next one.